Gorilla Tag is about to be 4 years old, so what better way to look back on it than go back to Gorilla Tag's origins. As you guys know, it is officially February, which is indeed Gorilla Tag's birth month. So I decided to go through every single year February's gone through, from this year all the way to 2021. Be sure to watch to the end and comment down below when you started playing Gorilla Tag. Now let's go back to Gorilla Tag's first month, February 2021. And here we are in the very first edition of Gorilla Tag. There's literally nothing here, and I can't even show my camera because it doesn't exist yet. All we have is this very weird looking stump, this very shadowy bench, this table-like chair over here, this light, and this very small computer. There's not even a city or anything. But anyways, let's go look at the first edition of Forest. Okay, this feels really weird to be here. This stump doesn't even look anywhere close to what it was supposed to be. Which I can see why, because it was pretty hard for new players to do this, I was told. But this is the very same forest we have known for 4 years, and it's never changed once besides the stump. You can do all your familiar movements just like before. We have the OG slide. But yeah, everything is pretty much the same here. I mean, there isn't much to look at. For some reason though, this one leaf has a lot of brightness. I have no idea why. And there's no slippery walls, so you can honestly just climb straight up. That's really all there is to the 2021 edition. It's kind of just forest with really nothing else. Alright, with that, it's time to go to 2022. And here we are in 2022, exactly 1 year since Forest and all that was here. And we're already starting to see some huge improvements. The computer looks way more familiar from what we recognize today. There's now game modes, but there's only 3. There's the code of conduct, the message of the day, and now cosmetics. But what's more is that we have more maps too. For one, Forest is now snowy and has slippery walls. This canyons is way more freaky and way weirder than the new one we know today. Then we have caves, which should be OG caves compared to the new caves, which has OG caves on top of it. I still remember how to do this. But yeah, everything looks kind of weird compared to what I've seen in New Cave. It feels way more bland. And here's Mines. Still as creepy as ever, I won't lie. Let's go check out City. And there was no clouds yet. This is the Valentine's Day update timeline. And this was exactly during Gorilla Tag's first birthday. None of the buttons work though. We have my Fez hat over here. And the Early Access Bundle. These 3 cosmetics are no longer available. However, all of these are just right here. There was no mountains. There's just an info thing here. There's no basement or anything. It just looks like this. The stairs look way different. We have the fruits. And there's no arcade here. And look at the rain. The rain's here too. And with all of that through, let's go to 2023. And here we are in 2023. And things just keep looking better every year. We now have a new game mode. Computer looks the same. There's more shadows around here. Canyons got brighter for some reason. The forest snow looks way better. And you can have snowballs. And there's now ice. And now we have red walls. Let's take a look at this canyons though, because it got way brighter. This is what canyons looks like right now. This was a little bit before the revamp. There's now this. I don't think this was here before. But that's basically canyons. I mean, there's nothing really different besides the snow. But by this year, we should have 2 new maps. We now have OG clouds, and there should be mountains. But first of all, we gotta talk about City. It has way more color now. There's balloons, there's this, there's the ATM. Early access stuff is gone. There's now the $30 bundles. And the mirror looks way better. I can actually see stuff now. But these are the cosmetics. I meant to choose the second birthday stuff, but we have this instead. But yeah, there's City. I mean, it didn't really change much. It's just been like this. But let's go check out OG Clouds. This was like the most unused map of all time before the revamp. And honestly, I don't know why it was hated on so much. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just small. Though, to be fair, there isn't really much. It's kind of just more height than it is space. But I think it's cool because it was one of the first to have moving stuff in the game. This timeline, by the way, is right after Gorilla Tag came to the Quest store. But let's go check out OG Mountains. Before that, though, we actually do have parkour, which I'm just so good at, I can easily do this first try. Mountains looks way different. I mean, look at this place. I don't know. I think I like the new one more. Oh, the old one has like no room. And there's no fan to go off to, so there's only one way up. Unless if you do something like this, but like, what if you miss? So I think they definitely cooked on the revamp with this one. And I forgot about this little tunnel, which was how you actually got there compared to the other place, where you had to go through the igloo instead. But that's all from 2023. Now let's go to 2024, where some massive changes happen. And welcome everyone to February 2024. And this is what Forest looks like. And you might be wondering, why is it not snowy? It's literally winter. Because this is the update during Valentine's Day, where they brought back the volcano, which is exactly why I got this update. I was excited for this one. There's now beach, they fixed the lighting with canyons, and now caves is completely revamped as you know today. But there is no OG caves as there is over here in 2025. Let's go check out the city before we get into the main deal in Forest. Clouds is not revamped yet, it's just this. But this is Gorilla Tag's 3rd birthday, which featured a cake and the GT3 badge. It also brought the introduction of the daily tea, which no longer exists. There's now weekly 3 teas. Here are the cosmetics, nothing too special. The first ever edition of rotating map is here. Let's go take a look at that. This was the first ever rotating map there's ever been. And I forgot how broken everything was. Not even the water works. We also have basement, and this was during the science update. I completely forgot about this for a second. Wonder if this green effect still works. Yup, it does. And I think for the sake of it, we just have to beat it. Like, it's been a very long time since we've seen this, and honestly, I missed this when this came out. So let's throw in some Pepto. I honestly don't even know if this is gonna work because I'm not in the online lobby. I don't think it works, which that kind of sucks, I won't lie. But at least we have this though, and I still live by saying the science update was the best thing that's ever happened to Basement. Now it's just back to being its normal self, and it's not really cool anymore. We also have revamped mountains. This is the mountains we now know and love. It looks exactly the same as 2025, and it just feels way better. Thank God they added this fan, because it's way easier to get up now. There's no arcade just yet, but that's coming soon. By this time period, we should also have revamped canyons, because it was the first ever map to get revamped, besides mountains. And take a look at this. This is the canyons we know, and it looks way better with the zip lines and all that. Now let's get to the biggest part of this entire update, or I guess entire year. Now let's get to the main part of why I came here. Oh man, just as how I remember it, and thank God it worked, because the science update didn't work, so I was scared this one worked. But yeah, the lava. Not gonna lie, this was probably one of the most controversial updates that ever came out besides the Pride update. And I don't know about you guys, but I actually did like this update. I thought the lava was cool because it brought so much more competition to the game, which is exactly why I thought this should have been a game mode instead of just leaving after the second time. Maybe we'll see it again later this month, but I highly doubt it. We got the introduction of Dove the Bug and their wife or something, I don't know. There's the lava, let's go check out Beach. Now, Beach has never got a revamp. Maybe one day, but there's a chance it could get a revamp this year because it has been 2 years since Beaches came out. But the question is, does it need a revamp? I mean, to be fair, it's still one of the most relevant maps to this day without needing to change. There isn't really much to look here. I mean, it's literally just the same beach you know and love. But this came out during summer of 2023, but we couldn't see that because it was February 2023 when we looked at the update. But with all of those out of the way, let's go to current day Gorilla Tag. And here we are in current day Gorilla Tag. The cosmetic stand is completely different. There's the entire new format of Stump, the friending system, and 2 completely different game modes. In this snow, we have actual throwable snow that can pile into more pieces. There's now only one Doug the Bug, the entire female stuff left. This is what Canyons looks like today, and this is what Caves looks like today, with having completely new textures, railroads, and a second level to the mines. Going in the city, you will see revamped clouds. It's completely different to what it used to be. Going into the cosmetics, you will see a completely new city. I didn't realize how different it looked till I actually come here. There's so much more lights. The wardrobe is completely different. There's a leveling system now. The ATM now has creator codes. There's now this weird green thing over here. You can actually try on bundles. And there's two completely different maps that got added. First being the mall, which leads into the monkey blocks map. I take that completely back. We have 3 maps. I forgot about arcade. Arcade is completely new also. By the way, if you didn't know, they added this TV, which shows one of the most popular maps that get added on mod.io. And I just realized there's a 4th new map because Gorilla Tag constantly kept adding maps. There's Metropolis also. I forgot about this. Here's Metropolis with all of its cities and all the lights, and it just looks really nice. Definitely one of the most underrated maps, but it's really small. And finally, the map I was thinking of, this dungeon type swamp map. I'm pretty sure this map came from the inspiration of the rotating maps, and they turned into this. But anyways, this is what it looks like. It's pretty gigantic. And the reason why it makes me believe that this was inspired by the swamp rotating map was the trees have these big branches like before. There's these little lights from the rotating map, and there's the lily pads. And the female Dugabug is placed here now and here to live on. But what's the specific reason I chose February out of every single thing that I could have chosen? Well, first of all, February is Gorilla Tag's birth month, so I wanted to scroll through every single year, but there's one other reason. By the way, before we get that, there's this voting system too. So where was I on the night of February 12th, 2021? I don't know. Look, I didn't play Gorilla Tag until like late 2022, okay? Calm down. But after that immediate interruption, this is the reason I chose February. There's this calendar that keeps talking about February 8th. All the time, and this has been advertised since like the middle of January. It's been almost a month. So whatever this is something big, and it could be something as big as the forest revamp. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think that is a good conspiracy, or something like a space update. It just has to be something big if they've been advertising this for a month. But there's every single version. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.